Good morning, all you beautiful people. Namaskar. I am Sandhya Joseph Robin, one of the inner transformations experts at Freedom from Diabetes. Thank you so much for attending the last session and for all your valuable feedback, which I have attempted to incorporate in today's session. You guys are doing a great job with the 21-day challenge. A very warm welcome to day 20. Today, I would be facilitating you through a process that would help you deal with the fear of ill health. Aren't we all somewhere scared about, falling ill or succumbing to a disease? So today, the process that I'm going to take you through is to help you deal with the fear of ill health. So let's begin. The abbreviation to these I would like you to keep in mind is BRICK, but there's a little difference. You remember BRICKK, okay? So let's start with B. What does B stand? Now, your body is a reflection of your mind. Just have this in mind. Your body is a reflection of your mind. So any disease that is in the mind, when unattended, presents itself as a disease in the body. And this is because we as human are very conditioned to pay attention to or seek help for any physical ailment, whereas we don't pay attention to what is going on in our mind. And therefore, our mind sort of projects whatever disease or uneasiness that is there on the body, and that is how an ailment or a disease comes about in the physical body, right? So R, now R stands for choosing to respond versus react. Now, what is a response and what is a reaction? So if somebody tells you, you don't listen or you don't pay attention, how do you respond or how do you react to that situation? Do you respond or do you react? So this is now a little check that we can do to see if we choose to respond or react. What is the first thing you do? So a response to that comment that you don't listen would be, so you really feel I don't listen? Or you could say, thank you for bringing this to my attention. So when you do this, what you're doing is to very gently send the statement or the thought or the emotion or energy back to the person who's given it. Okay, that way you are not provoked or you are not disturbed by that particular statement, and you remain balanced and harmonized. Okay, a reaction now would be, what do you mean by that statement? Or how dare you make such a statement? So when we say something like that in response to the person who's telling you that you don't listen, that is now a reaction. So when you do this, you are sort of influenced or provoked, and therefore your bioenergetic field or the aura or the energy around you sort of breaks, making you more vulnerable to all the negative influences that are there. And therefore, it causes you disharmony or imbalance, and you feel all the negative emotions just because of that one comment. So always remember to respond instead of reacting. And now the I stands for, if you can see it, you can be it. So visualize, relax, set your intentions right, and then express what you want to be. So if you can visualize your goals, you can always be it. Work towards it. Have your intentions very clear and visualize it on a daily basis. And that is what we do. Even in our meditations, it's an amazing tool for you to achieve your goals. Visualize, right? And the C stands for choose wisely. We always have a choice. So be wise about what you choose. And knowledge, which is K, the first K in BRICK, stands for make sure that you collect the required data or the appropriate data about anything that you are going through by consulting an expert, somebody who is who has all the required knowledge in that particular area. Now, if it is your body, then meet your physician. If it is your mind, then meet a psychologist, a psychiatrist. If it is for your diet, whatever it is, ensure that you always have the knowledge about whatever you are experiencing, because knowledge to a large extent helps you eliminate that fear in your mind, right? And the second K in BRIC now stands for knowing. Pay attention to your inner voice, your sense of knowing. It is a sense that is least used. There is always a voice that is telling you, okay, this is right or this is not right. So pay attention to your conscience, pay attention to that inner voice that is always there to guide you through. Okay, so what, again, now, like I just going through the whole thing again, BRICK, BRICKK. B stands for body is a reflection of your mind. R, respond versus react, always choose to respond. I, if you can see it, you can be it. So practice visualization, visualize all your goals, relax, set your intentions right, and express. And then C stands for choose wisely. We always have a choice. Be wise about your choices. Knowledge eliminates fear, which is the first K. So get the desired or the necessary knowledge that you require, and pay attention to your inner voice, your sense of knowing, a sense that is least used. Okay, so now I'm just going to share a tool with you that will help you connect to yourself, understand and make note of what is going in your physical body, because like I said earlier, we are conditioned as human beings to pay attention to all the physical sensations or whatever that is happening or showing up in our physical body. So this is a tool that I'm going to share with you where you can pay attention to these particular zones that I will be sharing. And whenever you have a symptom or an ailment in this particular, in these parts of your body, just remember the points that I'm going to discuss, and you can sort of journal about it, work with it in many different ways, and that we will be able to guide you through to our sessions, right? So I'm just going to be sharing my screen now. Right. So this tool that I'm sharing now is called the body syndrome. So if you look at the area that is, colored blue, now it is the crying syndrome. So a discomfort in this area, which is your head, the neck, leaving the shoulders, a V forming up to your navel, right? So if you have any ailments or any discomfort or disease in these areas, then what you need to ask yourself is there anything that you are indecisive about? Okay, so, or any decision that you have made and you're not comfortable with, or is there a lack of expression? Are you holding back? Okay, and these kind of issues that you are facing or going through in your mind, it shows as various different ailments or diseases like asthma, sore throat, thyroid dysfunction, hearing issues, vision issues, headaches, or migraines. Okay, and now going to point 2. If you look at the areas, your shoulders, right? Both sides, your shoulders, again, right up to the navel. The color is that I've used here to indicate that is green. So looking at these areas, it is called the responsibility syndrome. And usually any disease or discomfort in this area, the area that is colored green, it is because, it could be rather, is because you're carrying the world on your shoulders or taking too much of responsibility or being handled too much of a responsibility. So if there is anything, any discomfort that you're going through here in terms of aches and pains or anything that lies in these areas, just remember to take a moment and reflect, look deep within and see if there is anything related to too much of responsibility being pushed in on you, or are you taking on too much, more than you can handle, right? And this is now your body speaking to you and telling you, okay, this is something that you are not able to handle. So whenever you have any sort of discomfort or disease in these areas, this is what you need to remember: responsibility, right? And now if you look at the red color, number 3, this is the guilt syndrome, which is usually the groin, hip, and lower back areas. So if you have any disease or discomfort in this area of your body, it is either sexual frustration or a feeling of guilt that is being carried over a long period of time. So if you have a disease or discomfort in these areas, then this is something that you need to make note of, or speak to your expert about, journal, any way that you can reflect and help release. Okay. Now, if you look at the number 4, where your hands are, that is the fight syndrome, wherein usually any discomfort in these areas are because you are fighting something in your mind or suppressing the need to express. Okay, either you're fighting something in your mind or suppressing the need to express. And now if you look at number 5, your legs, here it is the flight syndrome, wherein you are running away from dealing with an issue or a challenge. So in let's say arthritis, knee issues, joint pains, all in the areas of your legs, then denote that you are fighting something that you need to deal with. You're running away, sorry, not fighting, running away. And therefore it's called the fight syndrome. Okay, so number 1, I'm just going to go through the whole thing again. Number 1 is the crying syndrome, something that you're indecisive about. Yeah. Number 2 is responsibility syndrome. Number 3 is guilt syndrome. Again, you're holding a lot of guilt. 4 is your hands, wherein you are fighting something in your mind or suppressing the need to express. And number 5 is running away from something. Okay. So I'm just going to take you through a quick relaxation. So I would like you to put away everything that you have, whatever you're doing, keep your pens away, just sit relaxed, follow my instructions now, sit comfortably in a chair, sit back, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your thumb and your index finger come in contact with each other. And as you do this, think of a time where you felt a healthy fatigue, like you feel after a long day of work and you're sinking into a chair, a really healthy fatigue. Think of that now and experience that beautiful relaxation that your body feels. Breathe in and breathe out, and let every cell in your body experience it now. Next, let your thumb and your middle finger touch each other and think of a time when you had a loving experience, when you felt a strong sense of closeness or connection with another, like a warm embrace from your mom or a beautiful, intimate conversation with your best friend. Bring this memory back to your mind. Think of it now, and let every cell in your body experience this loving connection. And now let your thumb and your ring finger come into contact with each other and think or recall the nicest compliment you have ever received. Take a deep breath and feel all the emotions that you experienced then: the love, the confidence, the happiness, the joy, the excitement. Bring it all back to your memory now and let every cell in your body experience it. Take another deep breath. And finally, let the thumb and your little finger come into contact with each other. And as you do this, reflect on the most beautiful place you have ever been to. Experience the colors, the light, the fragrances, the warmth of the beautiful sunlight, all the smell, the texture, the breeze, all the sounds. Experience it all now. Bring it all back to your memory and let every cell in your body soak it all in with every inhaling breath and with every breath you exhale. You release all the negativity in your system. Take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring yourself back to where you are. Remind yourself that you can awaken this experience anytime throughout the day. Rub your palms together. When you feel the warmth, place your palms on your eyes and your face. And very gently, whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Whenever you're ready, very gently, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed this experience. Thank you so much for taking up this 21-day challenge, and all the best for the rest of your journey. Bye.